Mm-hmm.
Okay, hello, and welcome back to the Mystic Syndicate and our episode 20, Ambassador to the Barbarian Kings fun session. This is where we are actually just going to be jumping in and just chatting, talking about the game a little bit, talking about how the characters have evolved. We're going to chat a little bit with Ricky, find out about what he's up to, and well, look at that. That Ricky guy just like dropped some stuff on us. What's up with that? That was pretty cool. So
Making
yes,
sure that works.
you just had to check it out to see what it does. Cool. Alrighty.
Message.
Yeah. So yeah. So what we're doing is just doing that sort of stuff, and we invite folks to make sure to join us in chat, say hi. You can ask questions. Anybody here? Man, I'm always getting froggy in this place. Ask questions. See if there's anything you need to know or would like to know about any of our characters or the players, or about any upcoming games that are happening, or maybe some split off stuff, or also maybe just talk about some of the video games that we're actually into at this point in time. If you got a chance to check my stream yesterday, you got a chance to see me and Ricky up here going toe to toe with some ghosties, and had a lot of fun with it. But our other players also play other games, and I know that Shane, also known as Apton, is also a streamer. So he can probably talk a little bit about what he's going on, because I've been watching your, is it Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
You watch that?
Yeah. Every once in a while I'll jump on there and go, oh, look, somebody's playing Magic the Gathering.
And he gets the really good plays when he forgets to hit stream.
Oh, is that what happens?
Gotta always record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Ricky over playing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is what we're doing this evening. We're just hanging out and having a good old time. We're not using any of the normal, our normal overlays or anything. I just grabbed just what we see on the Discord. You can always come over to Discord and hang out if you would like. We have a chat area for folks who are interested in the Ambassador to the Barbarian Kings. We'll be checking on that every once in a while to see, what you all are doing in it. And but like I said, if you have any questions, just give us a shout. But I thought maybe what might be kind of neat is to talk about each of your characters and sort of delve into a little bit more of the what you think about them now that we're 20 sessions or 19 sessions in. I thought it would be kind of neat to kind of touch on that and see what you guys are thinking. Oh, and maybe also kind of give us an idea where you see them in the future. So, anybody want to start that one off? Is it too much?
I know I see Apton kind of like settling down, kind of countryside-ish.
Evolving into Raichu. He's Pikachu in disguise. He really is.
Well, yeah. After the was it the lightning thing
Yeah.
last time?
He's like, "And how's the weather outside? Gray skies. Well, I'm just gonna summon lightning, and I'm gonna make it do max damage.
And nice out. Had it not been, I would have gotten an extra 1d 10 points of damage.
So 40-10, cast divinity, max damage.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a thunderbolt there, Pikachu.
So I think those need to be the official canon colors of Cord is yellow and black.
It's super effective.
I think that would be
It
fun.
was.
Yeah, well, I mean, holy mackerel! You just kind of lit the whole thing up, and that's just,
You grounded him.
yeah, that was cool.
Nah. Electrician jokes.
Sucked that it freaking saved, though. Went from 30 damage to 15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would have been nice if you'd been able to just totally just wipe him with one lightning charge. That would have been cool.
Like shit, I would have been doing 3d10 every turn.
Yeah, we were all rolling like.
It was a good session. Almost got my brains ate out.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Because if you had not, I think did you make the grapple check?
Yeah, he did his damage, so he bit me, but I evaded the tentacle grab somehow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he pretty close.
It was. I was like, when it first happened, when I first teleported you guys in, and he did that psychic attack, and I saw how much damage you had taken, and in the back of my mind, I'm like going, "Oops! Well, I think I just screwed the pooch on this one."
Yeah, like it was one thing to get teleported somewhere else, but it was another thing for him to get eyes on us and us not notice him. Because it was treated as a surprise round in his favor.
Yep. Yes.
With stun, and I'm like, oh, okay. I should have brought the lube. And I didn't.
No lube for you. No. Yeah, but you guys were able to walk. I mean, well, you were able to kind of hobble out of there with not too much damage, which was fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way. That's kind of the way I wanted to see it. I just didn't want you guys to. I definitely didn't want Armos to have his brain sucked out. That would have been like, damn it, what the
No,
hell?
but you didn't want us walking out either.
I
Well,
watched
no,
a video on how mind flayers work, and that is a lot creepier than having your brain eaten.
Well, another thing is I'm not very experienced in having a party of 3. You know, like we're pretty vulnerable in my eyes compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to the party of 6, you know? So somebody's gonna make it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with my characters leaving the battlefield with a severe limp. I'm totally fine with it. That makes me feel that I've done my job correct. Having someone be carried from the battlefield because there's a giant gaping hole in their head and their brain's missing, that is not my cup of tea. It's like,
Can you
holy
imagine?
crap.
If we all died, we all got teleported back.
Oh, that would have been terrible. Trying to explain that as your dead bodies are just teleported back to the party. And they're just like, everybody at the soiree is just totally freaking the hell out. And they're like, well, there goes our heroes. They're dead.
Right. And the Dark Lady appears.
Boom. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. That right there was pretty crazy. Yeah. But so Athena, where do you have any insights on your on your character? Any looking back on it from session 1 to now session 19? Do you feel that you've kind of grown into the part, or do you?
I feel more comfortable.
Good. See,
I feel like I'm responding more and like being more interactive.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I feel that I believe that you definitely have, because you started with us and had never played before. Is that correct?
Right.
Right. So yeah, Christy came to us completely brand new, which was great, because I'm sitting there like going, oh, cool. Now we have this new person who's never ever played before, and I enjoy when I have a brand new person who's never played, because I now get a chance to show them the game.
Traumatize them.
Yeah, traumatize the hell out of them. Drive them to a false sense of security, and then just pull the rug right out from under them. You know, that's my goal. You know, I try to help. I'm a helper.
So my aspiration to not kill you, but also roll an intellect check. Save.
Yeah, make that intel check just real quick. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, as soon as you said brain blast and it's an area of effect and you're all stunned, me and him both knew what it was, but she had no idea. She's just like, what? Someone threw a concussion at us? What? I was like, oh, it's Tentacle Face. I knew it was Davy Jones.
Yeah. It's mini Cthulhu just making us all go insane. Yeah, like right there at the end. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But no, I really saw that you were getting into your character. I think really maybe the turning point was, I think it was on the ship. Mm-hmm. I think, or is that the same feeling you get, or was it later down the road? Because I was thinking at first it was like, yeah, you know, I mean, is she really fitting into the role? I mean, I think once you got onto the boat and you had the encounter with the kidnappers, I was like going, okay, cool, this looks awesome. Christy's got it. This is totally cool. I think she's got it. I don't know if that's what you felt too, but I was sitting there going, yeah, I'm digging the Athena character. It's cool. Because I didn't really know that much about shifters until you showed me, you showed me the character sheet, and I'm like going, I don't understand what this is, but now I get it. I totally understand now. It's cool. But I could almost say this. I could almost say the same thing about Mousebolt.
It's very different from what I'm used to like reading about. Because in my books, they're fully shifted.
Right.
This character, it just has like facial feature shift.
Yeah.
But, like, especially like the wolf shifter, like they get some temporary HP, and then there's that extra strike. And being a fighter, I get an extra strike, and so cool. As long as I have a full rest, and you don't start throwing us into battle after battle after battle.
Oh, come on. It's cool. So I'd like to quickly take a real quick little chat look over our chat over here. We have Phoenix System. Phoenix has been visiting our stream. That was last night. Our stream for the probably last couple of weeks. She is also a dungeon master, and she runs an awesome, just an absolutely awesome stream. She talks about, she gives like dungeon master advice and things. I've been watching her stream off and on for probably about 4 months, I think. And it is awesome. So if you get a chance to check her out, make sure you guys check out Phoenix System. She has just all types of really cool stuff. And matter of fact, later on down the road, I'm probably going to be picking our brain for some other ideas and stuff that's coming up. So we are, I would say, fortunate to have Phoenix watching us and sort of guide us along and stuff. The D&D stuff is from here. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Phoenix System. So check her out. She's cool. Also, her husband streams, and he plays Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I've been watching him do some crazy stuff, and it's pretty cool. Phoenix, you are just too kind. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, meant that from the D&D. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, thank you again, Phoenix, for joining us and throwing us that sub. All right, so Ricky.
Well, I gifted her the sub.
Oh, did you gift her the sub? Well,
yeah.
there's that Ricky out there just going crazy. Just
boom. Take that.
All right, so Ricky, what about your character? What are you thinking? I mean, you fitted right into the character immediately. I felt you just kind of, this was really your thing.
Yeah, I've never played a vengeful character, and I was enjoying it. He's very passionate about correcting the wrongs in life. Sex, sure. But yeah, it was I was hoping when we put down that Mind Flayer, the last game, that I was going to get the heart, and you were like, oh, it drops to 0 HP and you all fall asleep. I'm like, what? I don't get a saving throw? He's like, nope, DM trump card. Boom, you're teleported back to the stage. I'm like, oh, man.
I'm sorry.
I wanted its heart. But it was, I hope to pick him back up because I see him as a powerful sorcerer bard. I started as a sorcerer, but then when I looked into subclassing into bard, I felt like I could support their characters way better if they were to get into trouble. The sorcerer bloodline that I chose is some sort of shadow walking or something like that. So he's going to be powerful in the dark and from the dark. So I saw him more as like this overseer of the battlefield. Whether we get one more person, and it was 3 people I was supporting, but I saw him as a really strong support class, and in the moments he had to get away, that he has a few abilities that he can get away from the enemy. So,
right. Okay, just a quick aside here. If you see Within the Circle D&D, that is Phoenix. Same folks. Make sure to check them out. Go to Phoenix, Within the Circle D&D. It's awesome. Okay, so yeah, when you switched to Bard, I think it was just a regular progression of just you coming out in the character, and I was like, okay, yeah, this just seems to be, he already has the charisma of the sorcerer. He may as well just apply it, pick up the instrument, and go ahead and do the multi-class, which I'm usually not much of a multi-class person. I don't think I've ever played a multi-class character.
Me neither.
And usually in campaigns I've had in the past, we just never had one. I know that when I think we were playing Pathfinder, and some of the ones that like Cheryl ran or Jeff ran, we were always just straight, just regular one class characters. So right. It was, it's kind of nice. It's a little refreshing, and it's also,
The reason behind that, I think, is after 3.0, they punished you hard for multi-classing. In D&D 3.0 and before, you could take like one level of rogue just so you'd have sneak attack and being able to find traps. And then you could take, level of barbarian so you get the rage. But they started making it to where that stuff only got really good later on. So if you multi-class, you tend to lose some of those perks. But multi-classing does add flavor, which is fun. Which, if Apton dies, there's some flavor going to be happening.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's good. But yeah,
it's come close for a few too many times, so you've got to be prepared now.
That is true. Yeah. The next thing you know, you're looking at it going, I don't know if this is such a good deal. But I think in 5th edition, I think it's
they took a lot of stuff away. Like, there's no getting feats first level,
right?
And a lot of that. So it's just kind of like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if I take it for perks on one thing to miss out on something else.
True.
Yeah, so I came from Pathfinder, and now I've had to backtrack to 5th edition, so I didn't know, 3.0 or whatever from before. But just within the party that we have, and just what I read online, I was looking to level up to 4th level. And the more I was reading later builds, and the more I was looking at my character, the more and more that first level of Bard just made sense, and that I can give, Bardic Inspiration, or what's the other one that I was insulting people? That one, yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery. Yes.
Those were good enough that I was like, okay, cool. And now we leveled up one more time. I put the point into Sorcerer, but my character became 5th level. And that allowed me to choose a Bard feat called Lucky. And now I can get away more often, 3 times a day if I get in trouble. Or if I need to help them, I can use that role for that last-ditch effort. And it's built versatility into the character. And that we need a lucky character because we lack a 4th and 5th party,
Yeah.
So it's just growing and making more and more sense. So hopefully I can play him.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, I'm thinking. I believe this is actually the first time I've ever had a party this small. Usually we have 5, sometimes even 6 people. I know that when we were all playing together as a group in Florida, actually across the table, there were times when we had, I think, like 6 or 7, especially when you add some young ones and stuff like that we had at the table who were actually really good players. Yeah. I mean, there were some nights.
7, because you had her kids plus the 2 adults plus me and Ricky.
Yeah. Those were just wonderful times, and that's another thing I like to. I've been trying to get other people who, like Christy, who've never played before, to kind of take that leap of faith and jump in and see what the game is really all about. And I think once people see that you don't have to worry about selling your soul to the devil. And that's a problem I have up here where I'm at now.
Didn't do that?
No.
Shit.
And you don't get any specs.
I'd like to see my deity as less than good.
Yeah. But no, it's great that even though it's a small group, it's still a really decent. I had to change some things a little bit about the way I DM just for the smaller group. In the future, would I do this again? Yeah, probably. I would do that. Is somebody breaking into your house, man?
No, I just bumped my straw that Shane insists that we get glass straws instead of plastic ones. So it made the sound.
Okay.
Not a metal? Metal
No,
Oh.
straws last, but against the.
Stop doing that.
It's pretty bad.
Hear it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, we can all hear it. Yeah. So I had to change the way I played a little bit, or how I ran, just for the size of the group. I had to be a little bit more cognizant of the strength of the monsters that I was throwing at you. Trying to just make sure that you were having fun and you weren't just, being lambs led to the slaughter every time you logged in, logged into D&D Beyond, and like going, well, is today the day we're gonna die? And I know you guys already do that anyway.
You sure we didn't have a long rest? Yeah, you went straight from that encounter to this encounter, so ready up. I'm amazed.
Yeah, that night you said, well, I think we're done here. And I'm like, what do you mean you're done here? It's like, I'm out of spell slots. And I'm like, oh, crap.
I don't think I've used my bow once after.
Hey, listen, I just got at level 5. I just got this thing for my Shadow Bloodline. 1 invisibility a day. If y'all dying, I'm out. I'll support you to the end, but if it ends, I'm out.
That's right.
Captain's got to get out of jail free card as well.
Yeah, I'm the one that's going to be left standing or laying down dead.
You die, he's at low health, we're both disappearing. I'm sorry.
I melt with stone, bitch. If there's stone around, I just go and then Homer Simpson in the bush.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, but also, because we are a group of 3 and 1 not as experienced, I don't know what it's like as a DM when you're trying to progress our story. I don't know what I should be telling Christy as new information as a player and what I shouldn't. I can't just tell her, hey, that's probably a mind flayer. That gets into metagaming, and then so I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Do we progress pretty well through the storyline and whatnot?
Oh yeah. Your all's progression is doing. I mean, it's great how you guys you're making your way. You're following the storyline. Now I know at the very beginning of the adventure itself, it may have been a little slow, or it may have felt slow. And I know for folks in the stream sometimes and I also know that our first initial couple of streams, there were so many technical difficulties. It's a wonder people even stuck around to see what we were doing. And that was completely on me, because I am brand new. Well, we all are kind of brand new to streaming. Like, we've only been doing this since January, and it took a couple of months to finally tap down this thing. But you guys were able to stick it out. And yeah, you've been progressing along quite nicely. Of course, we're using the milestone method of delivering experience. And y'all are working out. I mean, it's just great. There's still so much more storyline to come, though. This is something that, and Shane knows, and Ricky does too. A lot of my past campaigns have ran, like years. I mean, like 1.5, almost 2 years. So, I mean, it is completely possible that this thing could just keep chugging along, which would be fine. I'm totally on board with it. One thing I wanted to sort of mention, I know that usually when you hear, when you're listening to like podcasts of Dungeons and Dragons live streams, I know like, I don't know if I should mention a few, but most people already know what they are. You have story arcs. And I guess we have story arcs. I don't really know, because I'm just sitting here going, okay, well, maybe the trip from Greyhawk to Divers was a part of the story arc. And then we had the ship voyage from Divers to Critwall. Maybe that was another one. I don't really know. I'm just sitting here looking at it going, hey, the guys are having fun and they're killing monsters and their reputation is going up, and now look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when they knighted us, that's when it really started to sink in that, well, I guess he's making it less about the mission we're on and more about the journey we're on. Okay, I'm a knight. They gave me a castle. It's haunted. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what did you guys think about the Halenta and the dagger? That's one thing I've been wanting to kind of get an idea from you guys. What did you all think about that?
Glad she's not dead.
She's not dead. First rule of denial. It's a pretty cool thing. It was a very interesting plot twist. Masterfully written in there. Yeah, it was. She was like the sole survivor out of all the crystals that had shattered and all the daggers that she didn't get around to making, and it was like the one person that it could have been. I thought it was really cool.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting. I'm just wondering if we animate her dagger, if it becomes, if it does. Awesome.
Yeah. So we just
Yeah,
turned it into an extra magical item. We turned it into that dagger from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
No, that's the other dagger.
That's a
There's
different
two
dagger.
daggers.
It's two daggers.
There's two different daggers. There's mine and then there's his. Alenta's not in the one from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Right.
Because the Oracle said Alenta should stay with us, or Alenta said she wanted to stay with us. So I took my fancy dagger and got it enchanted into the Yaka arrow from Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right. That was the crystal that had her soul in it, and we freed her soul, so it was black, and the gem could no longer be used.
Right. Okay. I'm
Well, I
glad.
was
I'm
gonna
glad we
say
got that ironed out.
I was gonna save that dagger till the end, and I was gonna sink that into somebody's fucking neck and be like, "Your soul belongs to me." Can you have a mousefolk lich?
A mousefolk lich. I don't see why not. I mean, you're already kind of hovering on the dark side anyway, creating revenants chasing you down and shit. I don't see a problem with there being Apton the mousefolk lich, which would be hilarious.
Bridge going into my dungeon where my head sits at the beginning, and they have to knock and then ask a question, and I'm like, "You sure you want the answer to that?" And if they say yes, that's when the horde of mice.
Right.
He's the plague doctor.
Oh, that would be awesome. This mousefolk, lich wearing a plague doctor mask with
The doctor.
with an army of undead minions just at your beck and call, just to do whatever the hell you want with them. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why there were posters of my face. It should have been his face
So I
everywhere.
don't get caught, bitch.
I don't know what you mean by you don't get caught, because
Has anybody caught me yet?
the Revenant always catches. The Revenant always catches its victim.
But the Revenant doesn't talk.
Oh.
So, no worries. If I die, it'll just be a rogue monster that's killed me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Back to the bitch.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what you guys were thinking about the Halenta in the dagger sort of deal. So I'm glad that you guys were able to kind of hey, okay, that's you. At first, I'm sure you were all kind of thinking, what is this all about? But as of course the journey continues, the truth of the matter will be revealed further, and one day you'll be like, oh, that's what that's all about. Well, dang. Yeah.
Besides the one slip up that Athena had with Helenta's husband, to be.
Ooh. Yeah. Halenta's fiance almost completely opening up that can of worms. That was fun.
You named your dagger what? Oh, nothing creepy at all. I named it after your dead fiance because
I've
you were
never
close.
felt when that thing blew up. I've never felt so hopeless because you're like, Christy, what are you doing? Athena, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't have magic. I can't heal anybody. I can't do anything. There's no monsters to fight. It just blew up.
She was just standing there with her sword, like
with her sword.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so no, the reason I did that was it was a psychological blow. Like most terrorist attacks are, yes, it was a psychological attack upon you all. And it also gave me a chance to introduce Lunara, who I was hoping eventually somebody might take that role. I don't know if anybody will. I don't play her well because I had rolled up Lunara to actually be a player character in a different campaign that I was actually going to be playing in. And it kind of never materialized. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to make this an NPC, throw it in with you guys and see what happened.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to flirt with a real person player.
You can flirt with me.
I can, and I choose not to because you're a mouse folk.
No, I meant when Apton dies, I'll take over Lenara, and then it'll just be like real life.
I was gonna say, you guys don't need characters for any flirt.
I'd rather not make that public, please.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
She's like, put it on the internet. Like, most of those are jokes. I'd rather not take that out of context and put it on the internet.
Rule number 5.
How to get TikTok famous real quick. Take what I say out of context, post it online with no caption.
Oh, that was like some of the comments you were making last night while we were playing Phasmophobia. I'm sure there are people who watched that stream from last night must have like just watching my face just going, oh my gosh, did he just say that? Or I know you did several clips, so that was great. But
it's like the first time he ever played D&D with all of us. And we're all having watch, and he's just like, what? There's like giant frogs out in the middle of the, during his watch, and he goes, what rhymes with ribbit? And I'm like, it's rape. And he's like,
it's like, what the hell?
There's
I know.
out there.
I'm just like, what the hell? It's like, yeah.
I forget who I tapped on the shoulder to wake up. Did I say it at the table, or were we in the other room? Because
no, you were at the table, dude. And
yeah.
I think everybody just did that slow pivot and just like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I paused too because I was like, hey guys, do you know what rhymes with ribbit? And in my head, I'm like, can I even think of anything that sounds with... No, rape. I was like, good enough.
Yeah, we had really when Ricky first joined us many years ago. I think Ricky, you came to us how many years ago? Has it been like 8 or
14?
14. Oh, let's see. Wait, you were 14 when you started playing with us?
No, 2014. So
2014. Okay,
7 years ago.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was like.
No, because I was still in high school. I graduated 2015. It was like my senior year of high school.
Yeah. No, but when Ricky first came to us, he was still in high school, and I would say some of the most craziest things that ever happened at the table was usually Ricky involved, which was great. I think Ricky brought something to the table that we did not have before, which was a comedic element. I mean, though, even though I know Shane every once in a while he had his laptop out, and he would play like some sort of weird clip. I think the most disturbing thing you ever played at the table was the Shrek is Love video, which I freaking died when I saw it. I'm like, okay, we're screwed. This game's over, isn't it? But
I'm like a wild card.
Yeah.
But I remember
each other's hysterical.
I can't remember if you guys. I think the people that were hosting the D&D, she had talked to my mom to ask, "Hey, is everything okay? You know, I know he's below the age of 18. Is it okay if we're drinking and he's not? You know, I want to be honest. These are the kind of jokes we make." And I came in and I started making those jokes. And they were just like, what the heck? I didn't even know I was allowed to make that joke. And he's making that joke? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just excellent time all the way around. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's been many. I would also say probably that was you're the master derailer. Yes, that is true. That is so true, Shane. Yes.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, you're one of those people too. I would say though, what was it? You setting the camp on fire while everybody was asleep. That was a crowning achievement. I totally love that.
I went to the DM. He agreed to the character. He agreed to the idea that it was a % chance that shit would happen, and we let it go. It's not my fault. You guys couldn't roleplay.
Yeah, character flaws. Don't ever allow them in your game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it's like when you get. I think what was it? I think you were on watch, and you were supposed to wake me up next. And so you go into the tent after you've already set the fire and sort of just like gently wake me up and say, "Oh, hey, it's your turn for watch. Oh, and by the way, the camp's on fire." I mean, just like, what the fuck?
So, what
You can't create water.
Was Damien was a child that was abused by an authoritarian. It was the guards who had like pretty much killed his father to take over his business. He had gotten beaten by the guards and it caused an issue with his head. And he just kind of like mental issues. Like if he got under a lot of stress, he would lash out. And he liked playing with fire. Well, you left him alone watching the fire, and he was just like, I wonder what happens, which is exactly the same shit that happened when I burnt my house down when I was 5. It was like, what happens if you do this? And he had some soap rope and animal fat and lit it on fire with an arrow, and he's like, huh.
Grease fire.
It's not my fault it wasn't rainy season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Character flaws.
It is the only time I've ever done it, except for Q being like retarded. Like he was a half-orc.
I'm sorry but that was actually a good character. I really liked the Q character. That was I think it took it was a different take on it. I had no idea because we had, was it a half orc or was it an actual full orc?
He was a half-orc.
Yeah, half orc. So we had this half orc barbarian that had actually had a little bit of magical aptitude that it was freaked out about a little bit, but it was still trying to use it, which I thought was hilarious. It was a great write-up. But that whole entire campaign was just... I look back at that and sort of look at it as if I had died after that campaign was done, if I'd physically just like passed from this planet, that would have been my magnum opus right there. It would have been like, I have achieved the glory.
The problem I had keeping up playing Q was that because he was stupid, he would do shit and then had to listen to everybody at the table get pissed at me for doing it. Like, oh, there's this door. We can't pick it. Okay, Q kicks the door in. Oh, well, that was ruined up with runes of warding. You just blew yourself up. You lived, but you took a lot of damage and you can't hear anything for like 1d4 hours.
Right.
And then I hear everybody going, "You're retarded. Why are you doing this?" It's like, you just get in the door.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was like for those folks who were in the chat who may have never ever had a chance to go through the Tomb of Horrors. I was cruel enough to run my characters through the Tomb of Horrors, and there is one section of the tomb that there is a gem laying on the floor in the circuit. I think it's a circular room or something similar to it. And all around this gem is like a blast area, and it's just bodies and skeletal remains and just blown apart stuff, which should have been kind of a hint. But if I remember right,
We all teleported, me to Rogue, your son, teleported back to the front, butt naked with no gear. It was all or nothing, man.
so I think it was a Q picks up this gem, and immediately once you pick up the gem, it changes to a different color. And then, according to the rules, you have the characters roll initiative, or you have like a party initiative, and then you roll one for the gem. And so what will happen is the party will either take its turn and do what it wants to do, or the gem will explode. And the gem, I believe, I think it was 1d100 damage or something, and just totally vaporized. It vaporized Q, and it also vaporized Raven. And I think the cleric walked away with 1 hit point. The ranger and the rogue took no damage whatsoever. So a classic Q situation.
Yeah, I think that was the campaign. That was the campaign that it was before I joined you guys. I think because I never met Q. Was that the guy that he had got a sword that was magical and intelligence blessed in some way? So the sword had a chance to dictate his thoughts or something like that?
Was that Alex? I don't think it was Alex. Alex was a monk.
Alex was a monk, and he ended up having a cloak that had like a portal of annihilation on the back end of it.
No, there was
something. Roll into the middle of like people and just spin and like slap them.
There was something that a character you played that you said had like an 8 intelligence, and the sword had like a 12 intelligence, and it could talk in common, and that it had a chance to take over your thoughts or something because it was smarter than you. I don't know.
I vaguely remember a magical weapon that we hated because it wouldn't shut up.
Right.
Yeah, and we couldn't give it to you.
Yeah, because it would probably take you over and do like all types of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was just like you're not in control of your character anymore.
Alrighty. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That was a really good adventure. But so yeah, getting back to kind of what is going on with the ambassadors to the Barbarian Kings, and what's going on with Ricky. So what's happening with Mr. Ricky is that he is eventually, from what I gather, sooner, not later, is on his way to do some military duty for the United States. And he is going to be leaving us for a certain period of time, which, of course, we are, extremely saddened to... Oh, I got to put on the hat now. Dang it. Shit. Oh, crap. I can't do it.
He's a mod. He can just give himself points.
No, those after her, and I get 10 like every minute.
Okay. Hat's on. I don't know how.
The subscription, what do you call them? Emoji that you have for this server is interesting, right?
Which one?
The one of you smiling all weird like up
Yeah.
close to Jim.
Yeah, the rest of them haven't been approved yet. I'm trying to work on the emojis. I'm not really good at it. I'm actually kind of I may be actually mentally handicapped in that regard.
Well, you can find.
I'm sorry.
You can find artists that will, for a small fee. It's not very expensive. You can say, "Hey, I'm just getting on Twitch. Can you make me 4 emojis with this theme?" And they'll get on there. They'll code it, and you pay them, and boom.
Oh, Phoenix has said, I can try and help. I purchased some pre-made ones. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, see, I didn't know all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm flying blind here, but I at least have my hat so that people like freaking Shane will, Anything else you want to redeem over there, Mr.
What?
Napkin?
It has to stay on, right?
I think it has to stay on for their duration.
Until
Somebody else, yeah.
Did you wear another one?
Yeah.
It's going dark when you have travel lights.
And trust me, I have more hats. I've got more than you can even imagine. I got another one sitting right here, ready to go. I got to bring my tricorn hat from upstairs. I have to bring that down. My colonial period hat and my Civil War kepi. Yeah, it's coming.
There needs to be either Age of Empires stream or some sort of like colonial battle royale or something, so you can wear your whole colonial gear while playing it.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. Okay, usually when I wear this hat, I wear it with these goggles on top of it to make it look all steampunky and stuff. Let me see if I can get them on.
Steampunk Indiana Jones. I didn't know what those did. I was just looking at them like, what did these do? Well, I'm almost at 500. I'll go ahead.
I'm steampunky now.
Indiana Welder Jones.
Is that what those are?
No, actually, these are, I think, welding goggles.
Right.
There you go. Now you gotta do the gnome voice.
Actually, the gnome voice is going to be one of my Twitch channel points rewards. So that is definitely coming. It's on the way. Where's the redemption for that? She can't wait. Yeah, I was looking at that and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm definitely going to do the gnome voice, but I don't know how long I can actually sustain it without permanent damage.
That's right.
Yeah. I would probably have a better chance of doing my Gollum impression, Smeagol from the Lord of the Rings, which is actually not bad. So, yeah, it is a little stressful, yeah, but it is a lot of fun to do. I do like I do like that. See, the only problem with this hat is that I cannot wear my headset right. Hold on a minute.
Turn her the right way.
It could be like,
I could actually just switch hats.
Hey, wait, hold on. I didn't pay for that.
Get the drill sergeant hat out.
Who paid for the hat swap?
Nobody. Gotta pay for it to be back.
You get 2 hats for the price of 1. Consider yourself lucky, sir.
Did it?
Yeah, Phoenix said Fiverr is the place to go for artists, for emojis. Fiverr, you can go look at what that person offers as like a professional. You can see some of their work sometimes, and then you're like, man, that looks cool. Some people go on to Fiverr for like tattoo ideas. They're like, man, I can't draw, but I want a new tattoo. that's like really personalized. You can go on Fiverr, digital artists, things like that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely do that. Yeah. So yeah, the stream it's kind of it's evolving. It's just really slow at doing it because I'm still learning how to do it, and it's Hey, Just Peach just joined us. Just Peach, thank you very much for dropping by and saying hello. I was on Peach's website earlier, or stream earlier, and I think we did a hype train. We spawned a hype train on her server. I don't know how that happens, but we did, and it was like awesome. I've never seen one happen. I gotta hydrate. I have very little tea left in here, so yes, Peach, this is for you. So everybody has to hydrate. Yeah, drink.
She's gonna kill her microphone because she uses a glass straw and an aluminum can. You want me to what? Breathe.
Oh God. Oh. Okay, so Peach. Yeah, so Peach, I had Phoenix. Okay, yeah, go cook dinner. Thank you very much for dropping by. That was thanks for all the information. That is totally cool. So so Phoenix is skulking around the fringes of our encampment. So Peach, I had never seen a hype train spawn on any stream ever. So yours was the first one I had ever seen. So I was highly impressed that it was your stream, and also very. I was thankful that it was your stream. I was like, going, okay, cool. If there's anybody who I guess deserves to have a hype train happen to them, it's Peach. So yeah. So for all those other people who may or may have never heard of Peach, she, I think, just recently got affiliate, and she has been a friend of our stream for a while, for a couple of weeks at least. So make sure to drop by and say hi to her, give her a follow, that good stuff, and more if you would like. So, wow, guys, we have actually went through our first hour of just sitting here chatting about all the crazy stuff that we've done.
Yeah. So, what are the plans for the campaign once I leave? Are you going to go along with the two of them and continue the journey down the road?
Yeah, we are going to do that. I am also kicking around the idea of adding maybe an NPC to kind of help them along, maybe as just to help them. But I'm also got my feelers out looking for people who may just be, thank you so much, Peach. You're just awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, we are not worthy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so nice when we have folks who drop by and show us the love, which that is. So thank you. So let me get back to it. I've lost my train of thought. My train is derailed. Which is not hype. So what were you asking?
Adding an NPC to the
right. Yeah, adding an NPC, or I'm also kind of looking to maybe fill a spot. I know that I have 2 people waiting in the wings to take on roles, but they are not supposed to even show up in the storyline for at least another month, maybe even 2. So, I mean, there are people waiting in the wings. There are other players who are eventually going to make the scene. I don't know how long they're going to stay. It's really kind of up to them. That's kind of the beauty of an ever-evolving storyline. I know a lot of times you have dungeon masters who write out every single tiny little thing. And I know Shane knows this. I know Ricky knows. I'm not that guy. I may write out some important things, but then a lot of it is, and like a lot of dungeon masters, from what I've been told, we just make shit up as we go along. Yeah, we really do. There's been a lot of stuff that I just go, I know how the story's going to end, and I know how it begins. The middle part is where the magic lies. I often look at it as like if you're playing a game of chess. For those chess players out there, you have an opening, a middle game, and an end game. The opening is by the book. You just you just follow the text that you've written down. The middle game, there is no rules for the middle game. Everything is just like, oh, here we go. It's party time. Let's just get in here. It's the realm of wizards and pirates. That's my middle game. And then finally, the end game is methodical. Once the goal is within sight, we know what's going to. I know what's going to happen. The players may not know. So, and of course, everything again falls to the dice. If the dice are against the players, it may end poorly. If it is, of course, for the players, then they'll walk out of there marginally unscathed. Marginally. But they're not going to get out without a little bloodletting. I'm not going to let this like, oh, okay. I do play with a group here in the town I'm in now, and they were at the BBEG. They had just initiated contact. They had rolled initiative. First guy who rolls gets a natural 20. He rolls again to confirm, gets a natural 20. Rolls one more time. Third 20 in a row. Automatic death. And the BBEG falls dead. That DM was pissed. That's all I can say.
The big bad evil.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah. So I was not party to this. I heard about this story. So I would hate for that to actually happen. It would be, oh shit. Wait, you already have 2,500 points? How the hell?
Damn it. You stream, I watch.
I got to crank these numbers up. I don't have the faintest idea what the hell y'all are talking about, but I am going to change those. I'm going to change those damn points, and you're not going to be able to just do this to me willy-nilly like that, sir.
I put a sentence on there for you to read there, Cowboy.
Oh, you did? I reckon if the creek don't rise, then y'all can stay over yonder till the cows come home. Screw you.
Flip it.
So you just gotta keep going.
Oh, I don't know how to clip on the client. Oh, that's funny. That's good. Oh, here it is.
Did you like that?
That was good.
Did you find humor?
That was good.
Yeah, I'm looking back at these things going, shouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh. That was fun. How long do I have to do? Did I say 5 minutes?
It says 5 minutes. You put it for 5 minutes.
Does it say 5 minutes? Did I put it for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Most of the time,
well,
when they do an accent like that, usually it's one sentence.
Oh, well.
I want you to say this in this accent.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen.
Okay, I'm going to change that because the next thing I know, they've written out Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven.
Yeah.
And said, I need you to say I want you to, to do The Raven, the whole damn thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever can fit into a message, and then you use that sentence. I've seen something like a robot AI voice where they'll say, within reason, something that you write in a sentence.
Within reason. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that right there that would drive me up the wall. I can't believe I put that.
5 minutes. Set your timer.
5 minutes of just enjoying me just go on and on about being from the South. And so, once the dragon attacked, everybody just died.
Sound like Sheldon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to clip that. I'll finish.
Yeah,
the clip.
you're good. Yeah,
I got it.
You're definitely gonna clip that and be like,
It's in the second browser.
I'm gonna change that immediately. I gotta work on that. Like, no, I gotta polish those channel.
Hey Shane, refund my points and I'll do it again. I think you can, but don't do it. Make people learn that.
Yeah, you guys are. Oh, let's pick on the new streamer. Let's just screw with this guy forever and ever. Yeah,
I watched that where the streamer was fairly new, but she had a friend that was a mod for another channel, so he was modding for her, and he was redeeming this 50,000 point thing, and he did it like 3 times as a prank, and she's like, "How the heck?" Turns out there's some sort of refund mechanic. So he had the 50,000 originally, but he kept refunding it. It's funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So far I've become the dungeon master has become the target of his players.
Scapegoat.
Hey, see if we get the
What now?
get him back.
Did you get your
Did they come back to you?
Maybe.
As he's looking for something for me to say.
Yeah, right. It took me like 10 minutes to find enough Southern accent stuff to make that.
Well, now it doesn't actually have to be Southern accent stuff, but I mean it could be pretty much anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Stretch. Okay, I read that wrong.
Okay, so yeah, you for those folks in the chat, yeah, the reason I can do that accent with relative ease is because I used to sound like that a long time ago as a child. There's a whole story behind it, and it was quite traumatizing and a little depressing. Maybe one day I will share that tale of woe with you. Today is not that day. Check back next week.
If you want a similar tale, just read Huckleberry Finn and you're good to go. I think.
Jim and I went down the river, and that's when I realized that I was dead, or they thought I was dead. I had to go to my own funeral.
The farthest my Southern accent came from was "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" That's where I learned from about Southern accents.
Oh my gosh!
It was like one of my favorite movies as a kid, and my mom was like, "Why do you want to watch it? Why don't you want to watch Cars? Why do you watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" And I was like, "Because I'm a man of constant sorrow." She's like, "You're 6."
You're a man of constant sorrow. I'm 6 years old.
It's a good movie.
Oh no! I have seen it several times. I totally agree. I think that one scene when John Goodman picks up that branch and just whacks the hell out of it. and George Clooney just looks up at him like, and just boom. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what is this movie about? And then, of course, after watching it all, I'm like going, hey, I know this story. It's pretty, I've heard this story before. Yeah.
7.7. That's surprising.
What's that?
The movie's got a 7.7 IMDb rating.
Really?
Yeah. Seems like one of those that would be like a 9.0 like classic, but they disagree.
I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. But...
Sons of bitches. The music alone is worth a 9.0. Okay.
Oh my gosh. But,
Them soggy bottom boys.
But yeah, so I guess Ricky, right now you're looking for something to post.
Nah. I'm
Okay,
just gonna
thank
keep
you.
it for another time.
keep it for later. All right.
You'll be playing Phasma, and I'll redeem it for something.
Okay, so
did it go back to that?
that would be interesting if I'm in Phasmo and I'm talking to the Ouija board. Does the Ouija board pick up Southern?
The Southern drawl. Does it pick up that Southern drawl?
That is going to be my next test. The next time I stream Phasmophobia, I'm going to test to see if the ghost will answer Appalachia. You know, if it does, then that'll be cool.
If you redeem it at the beginning of a run, then every time he talks to a ghost, he has to do it in a Southern accent.
I kind of think if I set my microphone, because you can set your microphone to the voice recognition, I would have to do it in that Southern accent.
Yeah.
But I was also.
I don't know if I did that.
See, that's probably what happened last night. You did. See, Shane and Christy, if we can ever get a chance, if you guys ever pick up that game, we will have to definitely give that game a shot one night. Maybe we'll do a game night where it's just us hunting down ghosts and freaking out, and make sure to get your package of Depends from the supermarket because you're going to need it.
That's a joke that
they need to get a microphone adapter before playing.
Yeah, probably.
Because it doesn't pick them up enough. Like, it won't register as English.
That's all right. I don't speak English half the time anyways.
That's true. That is true.
You speak quietly like a mouse.
Imagine if you could talk like the guy from Waterboy.
Adam Sandler?
No. Brian, I think.
Right.
Like almost like Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Like the guy that plays the banjo from Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
That is too funny.
Right, yeah, like hillbilly accent.
Oh, sorry, I clicked out. I don't know what happened. It was weird. Sorry, guys.
Whoops.
Ruined it.
Everybody freeze that so you can see all the people that I chat with all the time. Ah, no.
Clip it.
Clip it. Oh, well. It's okay. Mostly there are people who are, been visiting us all day. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock. I didn't know if we wanted to, how much longer we wanted to stream. Is there anything else you guys wanted to chat about? I know that Shane and Athena have been super quiet. I feel that myself and Ricky have just been, going 100 miles an hour here, which is about normal.
Well, I want one of them to pick their microphone up and talk into it, because they're both about 6 feet away from a microphone.
I am literally an arm's reach away from her mic.
That's 3 feet, and I'm not even
a forearm's reach away from.
I get because I'm 6 foot, and when I reach my arms up, I'm 9 feet tall. So
9 feet tall,
2.5 feet away. I don't know. A microphone needs to be within 2 feet, 1 feet. Red feet, blue feet. I don't know.
Yeah, I think my microphone is about a foot away, maybe a little bit less. And you guys can't see it. I mean, it's literally like right here where my hand is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my microphone's literally right behind my camera.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's cool.
About 5 soda cans away.
5 soda cans away. So
That's the
anybody?
area for measure.
How tall is a soda can? Anyway, the farther I go with this microphone,
How tall is a soda can?
this is probably how far you are, right? Roughly?
4.83 inches high. So it's 20 inches away from me.
4.3 inches high. Okay.
This is what you sound like.
And it's not that far away from me.
It's not this far away from you?
A forearm from your elbow to the tips of your finger.
Can you hear me now?
Forearm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Maybe I have good adjusted settings. I don't know. We have the same microphone too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That
you
is
guys
crazy.
sound quiet. Like
We're
If
not
I were to-
yelling.
We're not yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Let's get to an NA2 server. and we'll get
Man, I'm
Yeah, you do.
this thing is
on.
just
Oh,
it's just being weird. I'm just checking settings, trying to like make sure that everybody is cool. But oh well. Alrighty. What's that?
We should be all right.
Yeah, you should be good. All right. Well, I'm thinking if you guys don't have anything else more to add, I was gonna say, Ricky, if you happen to be back next weekend, you better be ready to play. If you're not back, if you're still here, then definitely be ready to play in session 21. We are definitely going to be kicking that back into because I can actually have something for you to do. So don't worry about that. But of course, if you're not, do not feel that you have to show up. I already have everything planned, which is fine. I'm kind of put this out there on the stream. If you've been following us on Discord, if you've been checking us out here, and I've chatted with you about Dungeons and Dragons, and you may be interested in maybe throwing your hat into the ring to be the third or maybe even fourth wheel, I know that I have a couple of players here who might not have a problem having you on board for a little bit. Of course, yeah. Was that a bullshit?
It was a sneeze.
Bullshit.
Fuck you.
That's what I was waiting for. Bullshit. Right. Yeah. So yeah, if that is something, and also we are. I'm also putting together there is going to be a one-shot group coming out pretty soon. I already have. I think I have 6 people in the one-shot. So, and a lot of these people have never played before, or if they have played, they've played once. So this is going to be something new for them, and I'm really, really hoping that when that kicks off and gets off the ground, maybe we'll be able to get more players involved in our games. So
What's a one shot?
it's a one-shot? Oh, it's just a one-shot adventure. It's just a one evening. You're just going to go in, do something cool, and then get the heck out.
Oh, I remember. I think we did that when we were in that group. Because
No, it's just because the campaign ended because things didn't work out.
maybe I can't remember if it was because of how the campaign ended and nothing was brewed up yet, or no, it was in the middle of it, and they were like, "Oh, whoever was playing the big bad evil couldn't show up or something because it was a player-driven big bad evil. They couldn't show up to the one thing, and they're like, oh, because they can't come, we're going to do a one-off campaign." I remember because then I had to get back into character, the following week, and I was like, that was a cool one-off adventure. I forget if it was you, Brian, who led it, or if it was Jeff.
It doesn't sound like one that I would have thrown. Usually, I don't have a big bad evil as an actual player, so I think it was a Jeff creation.
Yeah, it was something like that. Somebody important couldn't show up. We're like, heck. I don't want to name drop in case they don't want to be on here as much as possible.
Right. Okay. Well, guys, it has. So yeah, Ricky. So if I see you next week, cool. If I don't, that's cool. Or if you happen to be online sometime this week and you want to do some Phasmo, we should definitely break into that and have a little bit of fun. And of course, Shane, Christy, if you guys happen to pick that up, you are more than welcome to come and hunt ghosts with us and probably get murdered in the hallway or the bathroom. That's usually my favorite place to get murdered. Or being chased down the hallway in the asylum. That was fun last night with my, what was it, my 2% sanity?
Oh, whatever it was. And then I closed the door for you and heard the footsteps of the ghost. And I'm like, this ghost is coming in here. There ain't no way it didn't see him go in this room. And it turned around and it left. And I was ready to die for you because you were streaming and it didn't come in. I was like, well, it's definitely not a Revenant because it would have killed him. He had to go 15 feet down the hallway. Revenants, nope, you'd be dead. And then it turns out it was the world's slowest Revenant.
Yeah.
So.
He had taken an arrow to the knee or something. I don't know what was up with his deal. So
yeah, he was an adventurer.
He was an adventurer. Oh my gosh.
It must be the Revenant that's chasing us because we haven't seen him either.
Yeah, must be. He's taking the long way to get to you. He's like, yeah, you know. Well, you got to think, you guys actually had like a horse-drawn carriage, and he was on foot.
Yeah, he's on foot.
Yeah. So that's kind of a bummer. All right. He's got a what?
Although we have been in Schindel for a few days, maybe that gave him time to catch up.
Yeah.
For like 5 days, yeah.
Maybe as you're asleep in your bed, your little tiny mouse bed, and it just comes through the window.
Ribbit.
And it ribbits you. You get ribbited. Oh my god. That is too funny. Alrighty. Well, guys, it has been a fun time. I had a blast. You guys, I will see you all next week. Folks in the stream, thank you all very much for dropping by, saying hi. Thanks once again goes to Phoenix and Peach. And all the rest of you who dropped by this evening, thanks again for doing so. Thanks for dropping us. It looked like we were dropped some, what are they called? I think they're biddies. Yeah, we got the biddies.
Biddies.
Yeah, we got some biddies, which was nice. It was very cool. And so we are very, very thankful, for your generosity and your visit. Guys, y'all have anything else y'all want to say before we close up shop?
Nope. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube after, that's awesome. I hope the campaign continues and finishes and then continues after that. I hope it's awesome.
All hail our...
Pikachu.
No, that's the guy who carries you.
Right. All hail. Whore.
Anyways.
Okay.
I'm waiting for his microphone to register what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a joke.
For a minute, I thought he was having a stroke. I was like, dude, are you cool, man?
Here's how I get here's how I...
The other part was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make the joke.
Here's how I get the stream to last forever. The only thing I want to say before I go is... Tell us! All right.
Okay. I think we're good. Christy, you have anything you want to say or finish it off with? No, she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, nah, it's cool.
My husband embarrassed me enough. I'm gonna go for tonight.
All right, guys. So, Shane, who is this this sponsored by this evening?
Tonight's episode was sponsored by the bullshit ass alligator that got away last night.
That's right. The bullshit ass alligator that got away last night. All right.
All right.
Night, everybody.
Good night.